Hi everyone, I'm Bonnie from Really Reasonable Ribbon and Make Time to Craft. Today it's my pleasure to introduce you to the new V3.0 version 3. The wonderful thing about Zutter Innovative is that they listen to what their customers want. This new version has an updated appearance along with even more peg holes. The version 3 has an additional 10 peg holes on the back row alone for even more size options, especially for triple layer bows. And they've also added the 2 additional holes at the very back for adding those back ribbons to your bows using the helping hand pegs. In front of me I have the version 2 in the back and the new V3.0 version 3 in front. The new version 3 has a sleek new look. The chrome plate has 3 rows of peg holes spaced at 1/2 inch intervals, and you can construct bows from a 1/2 inch all the way up to 10 inches in width. This new tool has a total of 60 peg locations, which is 15 more than the version 2 had. The 3/4 inch hole that you would see on the version 2 was eliminated on the version 3, but you can still create 3/4 inch bows by using the peg holes on the diagonally, so you didn't lose the ability to create a 3/4 inch bow. The largest difference on the new model is that back row that has the additional 10 holes, which allows a wider variety of sizes with that triple layer bow. The front ruler on the version 3 is also an improved built-in and easy to read inch and centimeter ruler. I'm gonna set the version 2 aside because I want to show you what you get when you purchase the V3.0 version 3. It comes with a stylish zippered carrying pouch, which will hold the board and all the accessories, and it does zip close, so there's no fear of losing any of your accessories when storing or traveling to classes. You're also going to get 6 pegs with nuts on the end, which is what you're going to use to build your bows. There'll be 2 pegs without nuts on the end, which is what is used for the spool holders. You'll also have 2 of the little spool holder foam pieces and 2 of the sleeves. We'll also have a wrench, 2 helping hand clips, and a pair of pink precision scissors. And along with that, there will be a full-size instructional booklet. This booklet contains loads of photos and detailed instructions on how to create all the different bows. And when used in conjunction with the YouTube tutorials, that'll have you tying all these bows like a champ in no time. There's also an optional accessories pack available, which includes 3 pegs, 2 helping hand clips, and a wrench. This, of course, is great if you lose any of your pieces, but it's also helpful to have when creating more complex bows like the triple layer bow. I suggest ordering the accessories pack when you order the tool. You'll never be sorry that you had it. Like the version 2, the spool holders are optional, which is fabulous. If you find that you use spool driven all the time, set the spool holders up and leave them set up and you'll be ready to go. If you find that you never use spool driven and these are just in your way and taking up room, then don't set them up at all. These things flip neatly under the board out of sight, and you can keep your pieces in your storage pouch. So to set it up, you just swing out the little metal piece. You take one of your pegs without a nut on the bottom and you screw it into the hole. Then you take one of the foam corner pieces, slide it down, and add the spool sleeve. And these boards also have the integrated storage systems, which is where you store your pegs when they're not in use, and there's also a slot for the wrench. So the additional options for the triple layer bow is fantastic. You can now create these triple layer bows from as small as 2.5 inches wide all the way up to 10 inches wide. This means you can create beautiful triple layer bows with a much narrower ribbon for cards or smaller projects. So I'm going to do a quick demonstration on a triple layer bow for you, and I'm also going to add a back ribbon, which you can use to attach it to your card. So this is one of those times where the accessory pack comes in, because we're going to be using 8 pegs and the board comes with 6. You can create a triple layer bow with the 6 that the board comes with. You just won't have the extra pegs to add that back ribbon to your bow. So you don't need these, but if you find that you'll want to use them, you might want to grab an accessory pack. So I have these 2 pegs in those very back holes, and now I'm going to add one in the 3.5 and the 6.5 inch holes on the back row, and then 4 and 6 on the middle row, and then 4.5 and 5.5 on the front. And I have a 3/8 inch satin ribbon that I'm going to use for the back ribbon. And the proper way to attach the clips is to start squeezing at the bottom and work your way up. You don't want to stretch the clips any more than you have to. The tighter they are for the longer, the better for you. So start at the bottom and work your way up. Now I have my back ribbon on, and I'm basically going to ignore it because these helping hands will hold it on for me and I don't even have to think about it. I have a 1.5 inch wide piece of Silky Crush ribbon. It's probably about 26 inches long. I'm going to start behind the back 2 pegs, but in between the pegs and my back ribbon. Then I'm going to figure 8 around both of the pegs on the back row. Then I'm going to figure 8 around the pegs in the middle row and then the front row. Then I'm going to take the ribbon in my right hand, bring it through the middle. The ribbon in my left hand, I am going to fold the edges in to create a smaller center for my bow. I'm going to cross the pieces over. The piece in my left hand is going to come over the top and down through the bottom and out the back. Now I'm going to switch hands for my locking C-knot. The ribbon on the top in my left hand, I'm going to make a loop. The other ribbon's going to go over through the loop and out the right side. Now if you look, that back ribbon is getting caught up in my knot. That's what will hold it in the knot. So at this point I'm just going to gently rock back and forth to tighten that center knot until I feel like it's as tight as I want it to be. And then when I'm satisfied, I can either clip my tails now or I can wait until it's on my project and do it later. So I think we'll wait. And the proper way to remove these helping hand clips to extend their life as long as possible, not stretching them, is to slide them straight up and off. Up and off. I'm going to remove the bow. We'll bring the tails down. Fluff the loops if we need to. And you have a beautiful triple layer bow with a back ribbon. Now this back ribbon can be used to attach the bow to your card or project. And the nice thing is that this bow can slide on that back ribbon, so you can position it wherever you want it and then secure it in place. I have a few more samples of triple layer bows I made. Whoops, that one came off. The ones on the top are smaller. They're the 2.5 inch wide versions. And on the bottom I have some double loop triple layer bows, which we'll talk about in another video. These bows were all made with the April 2016 Ribbon Club assortment from Really Reasonable Ribbon. The monthly ribbon club is a fun way to build your ribbon stash and try new ribbons. Each month you'll receive a new color or holiday themed ribbon assortment. This assortment has been very popular, and you'll find it on the Really Reasonable Ribbon website through the end of May 2016. The possibilities are endless with the new Bow It All version 3. I'll be back with more new bows soon, so be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go so you don't miss anything. Thanks so much for watching, and happy bow making!